Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm actually going to be doing a review on the fall 2023 season of anime. Now, last season wasn't really that good. Like, being completely honest, it was not good at all. And I literally couldn't even really talk about it much because I did not enjoy it. Now this season, okay, that's ignoring sequels. That is actually going to be ignoring the sequels. Now this season of anime is actually really, really good. I've been really enjoying a lot of the anime we have airing at the moment, sequel and original wise. So I decided I want to do a review on it. Now, I've already done a single anime review and I've been wanting to do some more, so I figured this was the perfect opportunity to do that. Now, that anime review was on one of my all-time favorite anime, Yosuga no Soa. I absolutely love it, and y'all should check it out. I'll leave a link in the description for y'all to go check it out as well. I really think it's misunderstood. It's hated for all the wrong reasons. And I hope that review is able to at least change your mind on some stuff. Now, another thing I want to touch on before we get into the review is, as you can notice, I'm showcasing my VTuber model. Yes, now I have not done an official debut yet, but I figured should just start using this model and instead of waiting for that debut, I wanted to just start showcasing it now. And I am still going to be doing an official debut on November 29th. So actually be sure to check down below in the description to check out my Twitch where I'll be doing that debut. Now that we get now that we got that out the way, one more quick disclaimer is I am gonna be free forming this. There's no script, no nothing, just all my thoughts. So let's hop right into it. 100 Girlfriends anime, the 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Love You. Now, this was one I've been seeing the manga for, and I've been really interested in getting into it, but I just decided to wait and put it off, and then it got announced that there was getting an anime. So then I just decided to wait for that. And now we finally have it. Now, episode 3 just came out today, at the time of I'm recording this, which is Sunday. And I've been really, really liking it a lot. It's been really fun just to watch. It's funny. I love the characters. They're hilarious. The three girls we have so far are all great in their own way. And I really have no complaints. It's just pure fun, dude. And this is really what anime is now. These absurd titles, these absurd premises, but they somehow are really good and work really, really well. Episode 1, we just get introduced to the main character and his first two girlfriends or soulmates. And basically, it follows the story of Rentaro. And in this world, everyone gets one soulmate. Everyone has that one perfect person, except for Rentaro. God, who makes the soulmates, gave him 100. The reason being is because he was distracted and accidentally wrote the wrong amount. And the problem with this is, while Rentaro could probably choose only one, the catch is that if soulmates do not get together, they die. So Rentaro has the tough decision of letting 99 people die or coming up with a way to save all 100 or all 100 of them. And as any good, kind, caring person would do, he chooses to save them all. And he does his best to achieve that goal. I'm not gonna dive too much into the characters themselves, especially the girlfriends, but Rentaro is the main character and he's really nice. He's asked out 100 people and kept on going. What I want this more to be is just my initial thoughts on the series so far, more than an official review again. So I'm just gonna leave it off right there. I really am. I'm really enjoying 100 Girlfriends. It's one of the better seasonals airing this season. And I would recommend people to check it out if you're just looking for a good laugh. And now we're going on to the next one, is The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. And this is probably my pick for the best seasonal, ignoring sequels. I'm not counting them. Actually, they're not even going to be in this video because that's just a whole separate thing. So I'm only going to be talking about new anime this season, but this anime is so funny. It's so good. I love the characters. Teo Komari is so amazing. I love her. She's adorable. She's my second favorite character this season, and I will talk about my favorite character later on. But right now, Komari is my second favorite. I love her so much, man. She's so great. But basically, the premise for this is we have our shut-in vampire princess Tera Kamari, and basically she let slip that if in order to get out of her room, and this is a joke, in order to leave her room that she's been shut in for 3 long years already, that she would have to be one of the highest ranking noblemen in the country. And coming from I guess general would be the better word. But coming from a noble family already, her father works very closely to the queen of the country. And thanks to his hard work and the help of another, she actually manages to get the job. And now she's a commander of an army. Yet, one of the things about this society is vampires love strength. They seek it out. They follow the strong and throw away the weak. So, Komari is actually extremely weak. So, she has to prove, most, not prove, but she has to lie her way through her troops into thinking that she's this all powerful being when she's not. She's afraid, she's timid, and she doesn't even drink blood, even though she's a vampire, which makes her unable to use magic. So, you can see the position she's in. But thanks to the help of her trusty maid Vil, she somehow manages to get by. And I love these characters, man. They're so funny. They work so well with each other. So it has my stamp of approval. I'm loving it. It's probably my favorite seasonal so far. Just watching the antics of her trying to lie her way through is funny. And it actually reminds me of an anime that aired last season called Liar Liar, about the same thing, the main character having to do the same thing, lie to an entire island of schools that he's the force, like he's the best when he's not. He's the worst. Liar Liar. Now that was horrible. I hated that. Worst, one of the worst anime I've seen, honestly. But that's enough of that. The next anime we're going to be talking about is Frieren Beyond Journey's End. And what this is about is we follow the main character Frieren, who is an elf, after a whole party defeats the Demon King and the world is at peace, or the Demon Lord. It's a straight up fantasy, not isekai, pure fantasy. And I've been really, really enjoying it so far. One thing I love about fantasy and isekais as well is the world. And that's one thing I think Frieren has been really doing well. It's been really expanding on the world because we follow Frieren on her journey, helping people, solving problems. It makes the world feel real. And one of the problems I have with at least isekai, maybe not pure fantasy, but with isekai, is that we don't really get that from them. I watch a lot of isekai, and I mean a lot of isekai. So a lot of them nowadays are just self-insert power fantasies. And it's not bad. I still really enjoy a lot of them. But that's one reason why I love Mushoku Tensei. I love Mushoku because it does so well at building its world. It feels so immersive. There's so much more beyond it. And that's why that's I feel a lot of isekai lack that, and they fall short in the fantasy aspect because of that shortcoming. So it's really sad when these worlds can be so good and they don't do anything with them. Like in another world with my smartphone, like a lot of people hate that. I really enjoy it for one, but like it's just one thing. It's why I love Grimgar, which I'm thinking about doing a video on in itself, but I'm going off on a completely different tangent. Frieren, it's really good. I've been enjoying it. The characters are great. We follow Frieren as an elf who lives really long lives because that's just what elves are. And so as the years go by and her companions grow older and older and eventually one by one pass away, Frieren begins to be left all alone. A short 10-year journey that she says does not matter was less than 1/100th of her life. It leaves an impact on her, and we get to see how that affects her and the people around her as well. Fawn is the second main character, you'd say. She's the companion apprentice of Siren, and she's so great, dude. I love, love, love her so much, man. She's amazing. She is my best girl of the season. I love her. She's so adorable. She's so cute. And her dynamic with Frieren is so, so funny. It's such a good dynamic, man. I love it. I highly recommend y'all check this out. The story it's really somber. It's slow pace. It's not a lot of action. But the story and the world building is still just really nice, and I would recommend you check this anime out. It's probably my second favorite seasonal airing this season. The last anime I want to talk about is gonna be The Kingdoms of Ruin. And what this story follows is in a world where humans and witches coexist, the witches were made to help the humans in whatever troubles they had. They were there to bridge the gap between humans and God. They were supposed to get along, and they did. They were friendly for years and years and years. And then, as all things go, they must come to an end. Through the evolution of science, humanity no longer requires witches, and in fact, they have constructed a device that makes witches' magic unusable. And with this, they start the witch hunts and plan to eradicate the witches because humanity is strong and they don't need witches anymore. The main character, Adonis, was apprenticed to a masterful witch, one of the greatest out there, if not the greatest witch. And the difference is between witches and humans can actually learn magic. They can learn to wield it and control it. Now, the way they do it is completely different than what a normal witch would have to do, but it is not impossible. Now, I'm not gonna go into spoilers about anything because again, this is just, first impressions, what I think of it so far. But it's so good. Episode 3 left off on a big twist that even, it seems obvious now, but I was fooled. I was fooled, really. And it's just really good, dude. Like, it's actually crazy how good it is for what it is. It seems like something you'd be used to, something you think you've seen a lot of, but it's more than that. The character is right now we really only know Adonis. We're introduced to a witch called Doroka, and she's great from what we see so far, but we're only 3 episodes in. but it's really interesting. It's basically a revenge story about how Adonis feels betrayed by humans because of what they're doing to the witches, obviously, because he was apprenticed to one. And so he plans to get revenge. I got a big Code Geass vibe from this anime. And if I think it's gonna be anything like it, it's gonna be great. So this is another one I really recommend watching. And that's it for really all the anime I'm watching this season. There's a couple more, but they're not really that interesting enough to mention. I am watching Kimi Zero, but I read the light novel, so I don't think it's fair enough to judge it with the rest. It kind of goes with the season two in my eyes, mainly because I already know what's happening. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my quick thoughts on these anime airing this season. I've been really loving them. We have a lot of seasonals that are mainly sequels airing this season that I'm watching. There's a few more I wanted to watch, but for the sake of time, I'm just not able to. Now, by the end of the season, we might do full-on reviews, breakdowns of these, but that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully, y'all check out some of the anime I mentioned today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.